In its quest to provide an open forum for discussion of controversial issues, this station allows hosts and their guests to express themselves without any significant censorship. You are advised that any view expressed by the host or their guest are not necessarily the views of the owners or management of TogiNet Radio, Togi Entertainment, or the Owners Group, Inc.
It's time for Motherhood Talk Radio, the most powerful voice in women's issues today, with Sandra Beck and Christy Holly. Ladies, Motherhood Talk Radio is here to give you a powerful platform by giving you interesting, inspiring, and influential information as you navigate everything from childcare to corporate formation. Motherhood Talk Radio has interviews with best-selling authors, gurus of happiness, and women of interest who every single day make our world a better place for our families. Motherhood Talk Radio, powered by Motherhood Incorporated, is on the air now. Moms, this really is your show. Motherhood Talk Radio. And now, here are your hosts, Sandra Beck and Christy Holly.
Hey, mamas. We're just opening the show, Miss Christy, as she's talking about, vital, important things that have nothing to do with the show today.
I know. I'm sorry.
Well, I am Sandra Beck, and I am the host of Motherhood Talk Radio Show, along with my injured co-host, Christy Holly.
Thank you very much. Hello.
How'd you get injured this week?
You were trying to kill me. You were my attacker, and you attacked me.
Well, you were holding a bag.
I wasn't holding a bag.
No, I was holding the bag.
Yes.
Oh, I was holding the bag.
Yes, attacker.
Oh.
And now I'm out of commission. Well, just for today. I'm going to bounce back.
All right, I did. It's true. We were in Krava Maga, which Christy and I are doing as part of our weight loss fit to strip challenge efforts. And our job today was to be attackers on each other. And I attacked you, and then you hurt your knee, and I'm really sorry that you're injured because of my attacking efforts.
Yes, and now I'm going to soothe myself.
You're going to soothe yourself. It's better than suing me. Suing me.
Yes, I would never.
Oh. It's been a really, really good week. I got to tell you, despite your career-ending injury.
Yes.
We had a lot of fun this week, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
We did. And we have a great show today. We have Linda Kagan from Travel Stix that's going to talk to us about traveling with children. We have Rona Brynin, who's going to talk to us about taking care of our nutrition through the holidays.
Yay, we haven't talked to Rona in a while.
We have not.
I know. Rhoda.
And we're also going to welcome Frankie McConnel back, who we haven't had on in a while, and he's going to give us some Tabata workout tips.
He was a witness to what happened today. Thank you very much.
He was a witness. But
I think he was a little worried.
He was. Because he's like, oh, no, Sandra broke another one of her friends.
Yes, I'll be right.
And we want to welcome Rick's new haircut to the show.
Yes, sir, we do.
Rick, are you with us?
I am. So are you just welcoming my haircut or me, too?
Well, both of you,
I guess.
Yeah, it sounded kind of exclusionary, so I was just like, thanks, I think.
Oh, we only want your hair.
And now that I know how I truly felt about my hair before, it came out today, so. You look like a bum.
I'm your friend. That's what
I know. I look like a crackhead. It's fine.
What did she call you?
I do not recall.
She said a bum. I call myself a crackhead, but.
Well,
somewhere in there.
Nicer, I think.
Yeah, I don't want to offend crackhead.
Well, it's certainly nicer than what you said to me in private.
Hey, what did you say in private?
I do not recall. I do not recall, but it does look very handsome.
Yes, you do.
Yes. So we're going to check in with you guys. How is the Fit to Strip challenge going for you, Miss Christy, other than the bum knee?
Well, I did fall off my wagon during the Thanksgiving, so I think today's show is going to really benefit me with all the people, all the guests that we have on today. But no, Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving. I know I can't even speak. Thanksgiving was hard because I had to make pies, and I was like, you had to taste it a little bit to see what you are serving people. So that kind of started the beginning of the end. Well, pretty much. My pie shells totally shrunk. It was awful because I was bragging about I was bragging that I come from a family of pie makers, and my crust sucked. It totally shrunk, and we did. Your son was with us that night when I was babysitting them, and I gave him some of the pie.
I bet he loved it.
He did. Yeah. But other than that, no, I'm good. Things will be good.
Things will be good.
I'm glad that we got back to exercising this week because the studio was closed for a week, and that kind of messed me up.
It does. It interrupts the workout flow.
Yeah. So anyway.
So, but I ran into Rick at 24 Hour Fitness and his brothers on Friday night. So, Rick, how are your fitness goals going?
I don't know. It's hit or miss. I mean, I've gone back to the gym, so I've been more consistent. I still need to run more and drink less, but that's the major pitfall. So
run more and drink less. Run more, drink less. I think that's probably not Weight Watchers.
That's a bumper sticker. Weight Watchers. Run more, drink less, ladies and men, whoever goes.
And whoever goes. Well, and Rick, we want to tell you, Christy and I, we did something really fun this holiday weekend. We went and we helped at Operation Gratitude.
Yes, we did.
We did. And that, Christy, what did you enjoy the most about it? What do you think was the highlight of your time there?
Well, I have to say, number one, it was amazing. What an amazing experience it was to go and volunteer and be a part of that whole operation that went on.
It was a lot bigger than I expected it to be.
Me too. I walked in with my sister because we got there late, but I was overwhelmed and I couldn't. There was a million people there. I was looking for Sandra. We couldn't find her. I mean, there were so many people, and everybody was just moving super fast, and it was crazy. But they packed over 5,000 boxes in 3 hours. I know.
I mean, that's pretty
amazing.
Amazing.
Dead air.
Other things that are amazing. I don't know how people can drink these things so fast, but apparently they can.
They can.
But yes, it was an amazing effort, and I would like everybody listening today to go to Operation Gratitude and check it out, but also to come to Motherhood Talk Radio or Military Mom Talk Radio and look at the blog photos that are going to be posted this week, because it truly was an amazing collective effort. And I think for me, what was most astounding was that you had kids from the age of 16 to in their 70s, early 80s. I think the two veterans that I had my picture taken with were in their early 80s.
I think so, too. They were cute.
They were adorable.
I know.
And they were schlepping boxes like everybody else. And, I had a wonderful experience except for that mean volunteer.
You can't be mean to volunteers.
She was awful. She was such a mean old little woman. I was like, it's go time, old lady. I'll take you outside. I was just trying to help. And she's like, ma'am, could you not stand there? You're in the way. And then I would move, and then she'd come over to me again, and she's like, thank you very much, but we don't need your help here. And I was like, listen, old lady, I've taken a lot of old people today. But she was so mean to me. And then when I was leaning against the table, she's like, excuse me, could you move? And it was awful. I mean, she was on my she was on my back for
your tail
15 minutes at a shot. And she would look at me, and I'm like, I'm so sorry you're old. I'm so sorry you're short. I don't know what the reason was that she didn't like me, but she just needed to go away.
Yes. Well, my favorite part was when we finished packing the boxes, and the gentleman came up and sang the Star Spangled Banner.
That was beautiful.
That was amazing.
That was amazing.
I mean, I filmed it with my phone. But that was amazing to me.
Well, there was unbelievable feeling of patriotism and service. And, I think what affected me most profoundly, and which is, of course, yes, I had to cry while I was there, but when, when I was looking over at the people that were sitting down hand addressing these labels, and, you make that connection from, kind of factory worker mentality of like, get the cards and get the books and get everything in these boxes, to kind of like the feeling that each one of these boxes represents one of our American service members overseas putting their life on the line. And it made me think of Arlington National Cemetery when I would look out over at Arlington and see all these little white headstones. And, it's so overwhelming at first. You can't even wrap your mind around that these are all representative of human beings.
Right.
But you kind of go, oh, well, this is over time, many wars, and, you kind of rationalize that in your head. But in this case, when I looked around, I looked at the overall operations because, I was up on the stage at one point and looked out over this just sea of people all coming together, every walks of life, every single race, creed, and color, young and old, some people in wheelchairs who were doing the hand addressing. I mean, it was unbelievable, and I really wanted the troops to see what's going on back home. And I wanted to see how much love, this outpouring of support and gratitude, and then to see Carolyn Blashek up there.
I know!
Who was like, what, 100 pounds soaking wet?
Yeah, she's so cute.
And cute.
So nice.
She's so nice.
So nice. So nice.
And she's just this teeny little thing that's up there, and everything that was going on today was because of her vision. And that, to me, like, when we talk about Motherhood Talk Radio being the most powerful voice in women's issues today, it really isn't. It's the most powerful voices in women's issues and in all issues today. And when I saw Carolyn Blashek up there, and she's just this little dynamo, and I thought, my God, if she can do it, anybody can.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
She had a dream, she had a vision, and I was just so honored to be a part of it. It was really humbling.
Too. I was too. I've never done anything like that before in my life, and I loved it. Loved it. And I've been telling everybody. So everybody that I've talked to was like, where can I go? When can I go?
Right, what can I do?
What can I do? And we're looking for servicemen.
We're looking for people to come and pack boxes. If you're in the Los Angeles area, we're looking for scarves to be knitted. We're looking for letters to be written because these homemade items are put in these boxes. And we're also looking, if you have a loved one that's serving over there and you want to contact Operation Gratitude with that service person's name and address, you will get a care package sent to them. And that, to me, is an awesome thing. So my name is Sandra Beck, and I am the host of Motherhood Talk Radio. With Christy Holly and her bum knee.
Yes, I'm here.
And Rick Swanson and his very handsome haircut.
Yes.
I would encourage you guys to listen to Motherhood Talk Radio on iTunes. Go ahead and download it. You can also listen to our sister show, Military Mom Talk Radio, if you want to hear more about Operation Gratitude. Check out our websites, www.motherhoodtalkradio.com and www.militarymomtalkradio.com. And when we come back from the break, we're going to welcome Linda Kagan and find out how we can travel with children without ending our lives.
Right.
Mom, here's your show, Motherhood Talk Radio, giving you interesting, inspiring, and influential information as you navigate everything from childcare to corporate formation. This is Motherhood Talk Radio, and we'll be right back after these. Hey moms, get ready for Living the Dream Mom with Nina Fry. Thursday mornings at 10, 9 a.m. Central on TogiNet.com. Living the Dream Mom is about the true realities of motherhood, the beauty and the rewards of watching your children grow.
All these moms have something in common. They put their kids first. It's not about the kids all the time and the diapers and the bottles and the breastfeeding. It's about showcasing the mother in motherhood, real moms in the real world. You get it? Now that's what the show is about. So every week, let's get together and we'll share these great stories with you guys. And I hope by the end of the show, you'll be saying, you know what? That is my life. Nina gets it. And I can't hardly wait to see what she brings me next week.
Don't miss the next Living the Dream Mom. It's real moms in the real world. Thursday mornings at 10, 9 a.m. Central. Living the Dream Mom with Nina Fry on TogiNet.com. Get ready for the Not So Soccer Mom, Tuesday afternoons at 1 Eastern, noon Central, on TogiNet with Jill Hickey. You name it, from politics to pop culture to Jill's search for the perfect bronzer and chicken salad. The Not So Soccer Mom will weigh in on it all. The sentence, "I have no opinion about that," is one that Jill has never uttered. In the early 90s, Jill finally decided to put her thoughts, opinions, mom advice, love of pop culture, hummus, and Starbucks, working out, cosmetic shopping, and politics into an actual website, and thus NotSoSoccerMom.com was born. Shortly after her fourth child, a boy, Jerome, now she's really got tons of topics to share with you. This is Laugh Out Loud Funny, and we're not kidding. What's a loud Nebraska girl who lived in Little Rock for many years and now is up in the Northeast doing? Chronicling her opinions on everything. The wheels aren't off yet, but it's close. It's the Not So Soccer Mom with Jill Hickey, Tuesday afternoons at 1 Eastern, noon Central, on TogiNet.com. Welcome back to Motherhood Talk Radio, the most powerful voice in women's issues. For more information, check out the website, motherhoodtalkradio.com. Now, let's get back to the show with your hosts, Sandra Beck and Christy Holly.
Hey, mamas, this is Sandra Beck, and we're here live on Motherhood Talk Radio with our injured cohort, Christy Holly.
Did you call me a cohort?
Well, it's better than a cohort.
Yes, this is true.
Yes, that is true. There's many things I could call you. Gimpy Wimpy Leg.
Yes.
Softy Girl.
Softy Girl. Oh.
All right, I will publicly apologize. I am really sorry for being such a strong and powerful attacker that your weak little knee couldn't take it.
All right, it's on. It's on.
It's go time. Game on, girlfriend.
Yes, I got another leg.
Yes, you have too. All right, you guys. So we have with us today Linda Kagan, who is an amazing woman. She is an attorney. She is a company owner and entrepreneur, and she has developed these cool little gadgety things that would make great stocking stuffers and very cool gifts. And since Hanukkah's starting, I think, tomorrow night, they would be wonderful for Hanukkah gifts, especially for, business travelers, sports, people who are into sports, with these cool little USB sticks that contain your medical information. They're also very cool looking, and she is here today, not to talk about her products, though I will heavily endorse them because I love them and I think they're cool.
Yes.
But she is going to talk to us today about traveling with children, because she is a single mother like I am, and she travels with her children and does not choke the life out of them like I do.
or drug them.
Just kidding. Well, you actually, Christy, you had something really funny when we talked about putting a segment together, since it is the holidays and we do travel a lot. What was your advice about traveling with children? Don't do it. Stay home. Well, but if you were to travel, and especially for me as a single mom, or you traveling, like if Greg's got to work, or, Linda traveling, to have these travel sticks with you, and you guys can check them out. They're really cool. It's MyTravelStix, STIKS.com, MyTravelStix.com. They're really cool. Welcome, Linda Kagan.
Hi.
Hi,
just
Linda.
a quick correction. Hi. It's My Travel Stix with an X, STIX.com.
Oh, did I say CKS?
You said STIKS.
That's okay. You know what? They'll still wind up getting to the right site, but it is STIX.com.
They are really cool little gadgets. I got to tell you, I have a couple, and I've given a lot of them away as gifts. I gave you one, Christy.
I know.
They are very cool. They are very cool.
Thank you.
So, Linda, first of all, let's say you've got a holiday promotion code. There's free first-class shipping on any of these travel sticks you buy. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
That's
correct.
You
just have to place in the word holiday when you're checking out in our promo code box, and we'll ship them anywhere in the U.S.
What? I can't hear.
We'll send them to. We'll ship them free first class shipping to anywhere in the U.S.
Okay, so put in holiday for the promotional code, and you can get free first class shipping.
Awesome.
So, Linda, tell us, how do we travel with children, and why is it so difficult to travel with children, especially during the holidays?
All right. Well, I'll get to the first issue that I've faced, and that is that, there's so much excitement around the holidays that we often lose track of the everyday things that kind of keep our kids in line. So I would say maintaining the same schedule when they're traveling in terms of sleeping, eating, and all that stuff really helps create that framework that will help them, address the other issues that come up, because it is an exciting time. They're going to new places, and to be very prepared. One of the products, in fact, that we have on the Travel Stix for kids is a family rules form. And that's great because often you're traveling and you're with your parents or you're traveling with relatives, and if you're going to leave your kid behind and go to the movies and escape, or at some point leave them with a sitter who maybe doesn't know them because they don't live with them or near them typically, it's a great way to really lay out like all the things they get to do, the things they can't do, the websites they're allowed to be on, the TV shows they can watch, their schedule, really kind of the idiosyncrasies that each kid has. And I think it's really important just to not overstimulate them. I think that's the issue that I've noticed that people have when they're traveling with their kids. They're sort of over-prepared. They have like 4,000 toys and things.
That's me. That's me. I mean, you must have ran into me in JFK 2 years ago, because when I took Max and Zach on the airplane, and I realized, like, as a new mom, how much I don't know, because I had packed all these snacks, and then I was looking at the snacks, and I'm like, oh, my God, everything I packed is loaded with sugar. And then I'm trying to keep them buckled in their car seat, and the other one buckled in their seat, and they're bouncing around. And the other thing I learned, too, is don't pack on the airplane toys that have, like, musical things. Yeah, because Wacky had this little thing that he would kick, and it would go, and people were like, no, I'm going to kill you. But, you're captive on a plane, and it's... And so is everybody else. And so is everybody else. So, Linda, tell me, do you have any funny stories about you traveling with kids?
My kids were unbelievable. I took them to Orlando, to Discovery Cove, and on the flight there, we wound up with one of those terrible delays where you're sitting on the plane forever. And I have to say, they really came through like troopers. It's funny, as a parent, we anticipate and get anxious just thinking about what could possibly happen. And the truth is, kids take things in stride a lot better than we do. For one, they have less things to worry about, and they know less in terms of what can possibly happen. But, that was pretty good. The only funniest story I have is that we were trying to leave Orlando to come back to New York, and, it's so typical there. You wind up with terrible delays in Florida just trying to get out. And my kids had a ball, and they wound up, like, playing ball in the middle of the airport. And you know what? No one minded. It's sort of, the rules go out the window, and playing with a ball inside was not a big deal. And I think that airports are becoming a little more flexible in terms of the fact that kids and families do travel, and they have some pretty long delays at times. So it's become less rigid than I remember when I was a kid. You had to sit still and wait no matter how long it took.
It's true. Well, and I remember, when my 7-year-old, it was 2003, I can tell you exactly when it was, and I had an overseas flight that my kid and I were going on, and we got to LAX, and we sat on the tarmac, and then there was a bomb scare. It was like, in that era of all the bomb scares and everything going on, and we were on the tarmac for like 6 hours, I kid you not, and I had packed like 12 diapers. And I'm thinking, you know what, 12 diapers should be enough for us to get, the 6-hour flight or whatever it was. And we were in the airport for 2 hours, and then we were on the airplane for 6 hours. And then at one point, they moved the airplane off the tarmac and over to the side so they could bring the dogs in to search the belly of the plane. Of course, they didn't take any of us off. And I was at that point down to my last diaper. And I was like, how do you ration diapers? And then I tried to get up to get out of my seat, and the flight attendant's, ma'am, you have to take your seat. And I'm like, okay, there's a problem here. And she's like, what's the problem? I'm like, I need a diaper. And thank God there was some lady like 6 rows up who had packed like the Huggies family pack. I mean, they were giant.
That's what I would have done.
But it was like, what do you do? And, we're just stuck there and we're captive. And, I had nursed him as much as he would nurse, and the kind of input-output, the more you nurse them to keep them quiet, the, more they need diapers. I mean, it was a disaster, and it stunk, and I was humiliated. It was really brutal. And, yeah.
Can't control any of that either.
No, you can't. And, and the worst is, too, is my other son. My one son, Max, is a pretty good traveler. Zach, not so much. And he's a seat kicker. Ooh. Yeah, and anybody who's traveled with a 2 or 3 year old that's a seat kicker, and and he's also the dinner tray flipper, up and down and up and down and up and down and flip, 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 flip. And there's really, it's like a catch-22. It's like a Sophie's Choice. You either yank them away from kicking and pulling, and then they scream and annoy 50 people, or you just let them annoy the crap out of the person in front of you.
I don't know.
That's a tough call. Any way you slice it. And it's difficult too when your kids get sick. My kids got sick when we were up in Montreal, and in Montreal, I got to tell you, Canada is a really great place to get sick because it's public health care, and you just go in and they take care of everything. But I really wish I had more of their medical information with me, and I didn't. I didn't think of them getting sick. And Linda, that's where your travel sticks would have come in super handy.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah, it's more and more broadly used by people of all ages. Grandparents, parents, and just individual international travelers have come to rely on the travel sticks because it has so much storage space. 2 gigabytes of memory could hold hundreds of documents depending on their size because they're typically very small. It can also hold up to, or you can use it for up to 950 high-resolution photos that are 2 megabyte size, or even 400 MP3 songs that are 4 megabyte size. So the storage space on it is really, really large, and it enables people to not just make use of the pre-embedded forms that we have on it that help them organize themselves for travel, but it also enables people to scan on prescriptions and glasses and current medications and other issues and things that your driver's license, your passport, because having a copy of things is really helpful when you lose the real thing. But in terms of when you show up at a medical facility and you are, don't have everything available to you, it makes you feel very vulnerable. So one of the reasons I came up with this is because I wanted to make sure that if my kids are traveling with someone, they would have everything readily available, accessible, easy to use. It doesn't use a database. All the information is right there on the travel sticks. You don't need the internet. You don't need to remember or pay subscription fees to use it. It's a really all-inclusive, very inexpensive product for $19.95.
It is. It's a great product, you guys, and I would suggest that you guys head over to mytravelstix.com, mytravelstix.com. I got it right this time.
Yep.
Thank you, Linda Kagan, for this helpful information about traveling with kids, much more powerful than leaving them home, which is whatever Christy's option.
I say road trip.
Road trip. And if you type in the word holiday in the promotional code, HOLIDAY, you will get free first-class shipping. My name is not Christy Holly with the injured name or the injured knee. My name is Sandra Beck. I'm the host of Motherhood Talk Radio, along with my battered and bruised co-host, Christy Holly. When we come back from the break, we're going to be talking to Rona Brynin.
All right.
Mom, here's your show, Motherhood Talk Radio, giving you interesting, inspiring, and influential information as you navigate everything from childcare to corporate formation. This is Motherhood Talk Radio, and we'll be right back after these. Get ready to laugh along with This Little Parent Stayed Home with Ellie Lopreet. Friday evenings at 6, 5 Central on TogiNet.com. This is a truly realistic, no-nonsense, tell-it-like-it-is method that will have you laughing and crying, surviving while struggling, and hammering away at the hardships as you travel through the greatest journey of your life. Get empowered by joining thousands of other parents who have also decided to take a leap of faith into a double career with longer hours and half the pay simply because of the love they have for their children. Together, we are rebuilding a new economy that will support us rather than enslave us. Never again will we have to choose between raising our children and earning to provide for them. It won't be easy, but it will be worth it. For more on Allie and her success, check out her website, OurMilkMoney.com. So come get empowered with This Little Parent Stayed Home with Allie Lopreet. Friday afternoons at 6, 5 Central on TogiNet.com. If you're ready for a big change in your work, your career, your happiness, your life, it's time for the $1 Million Mindset with Marla Tabaka. Monday afternoons at 2, 1 Central on TogiNet.com. Marla believes that with the right mindset, anything is possible. Join us as successful life coach Marla Tabaka inspires you and her clients to explore, discover, and live your dreams by developing what she calls the $1 Million Mindset. Marla will inspire you to take action on your dreams and reveal secrets to success that will help you realize your own unique power. Tune into the $1 Million Mindset for heartwarming stories with Marla Tabaka. Learn tips and tricks to building a successful business and unlock the secrets to creating a happier, more balanced life through abundant thinking and attraction power. For more information on the $1 Million Mindset, go to our website, marlatabaka.com. That's MarlaTabaka.com. It's the $1 Million Mindset with Marla Tabaka. Monday afternoons at 2, 1 p.m. Central on TogiNet.com. Welcome back to Motherhood Talk Radio, the most powerful voice in women's issues. For more information, check out the website, motherhoodtalkradio.com. Now, let's get back to the show with your hosts, Sandra Beck and Christy Holly.
What's the people that call you and talk about the Party 151? Hey, mamas, this is Sandra Beck being caught unaware.
I know.
I was just sitting here listening to you guys talk. It was so phenomenally interesting and fascinating.
Of course, as always.
It is, it is. Well, you know, Rona, are you on the line with us?
Is that Rona?
No, that's
Rona.
Rona, welcome back.
Hi.
It's been so long. It's been like over a month.
I noticed you missed having the nutrition police.
We did. But you know what? We did not fall off the wagon. I think we're finally mature or semi-mature adults.
Wow. Hey.
Yeah, no, but I do feel the guilt shakes come on when I see Diet Coke. I got to tell you.
Diet Coke.
Yes, we're talking about Diet Coke. We're not talking about that problem with Diet Coke, but we're going to talk about Diet Coke for a minute. So, Rona, for those of us that can't give up Diet Coke completely, how many would you say is tolerable in a day?
None.
Oh, no. Bad answer. So you got to allow me to have the Diet Coke, or Rick will tell you, I turn in Christy, too. I get nasty.
Oh, dear. But really, honestly, you don't want to just drink a regular Coke?
No, I don't like the sugar.
Rona, what if you are a diabetic?
But the sugar is healthier for you than the artificial sugars is the problem.
Even as a diabetic, with all that sugar going into your system at one time?
No, a diabetic shouldn't have it, of course.
Right. No, I just was wondering because sometimes that's all that person has as a sweet treat. It maybe is a Diet Coke or something that has artificial sweeteners in it. So I was just wondering about that whole realm.
Diabetic, but here's the thing. Diabetics, honestly, type 2 diabetics are already at an increased risk of heart disease, strokes, and cancers, actually. So, and artificial sweeteners increase the risk of cancers, among other things like neurological problems. So they shouldn't be drinking that anyway. Hate to say it.
So they should drink the regular, or drink a smaller portion maybe of regular soda if that's what they're choosing to use their daily allotment of sugar on?
Well, I mean, if that's what they're choosing, or how about if they need the sweet, getting seltzer water and putting a little fruit juice in it?
Now, what about Rick's drink of choice here? He's Mr. Bacardi 151. Rick?
Oh, what do you want me to say? That's just bad for you, period. It's 75.5% alcohol. It burns.
Yeah, but doesn't it clean out your intestines, like get rid of all the bad bacteria?
Well, it kills the bacteria in your mouth and on your tongue. You can't even feel it after a while.
So, Rona, what's your take on booze?
On alcohol?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, here's the facts is more than 1 drink a day for women, more than 2 drinks a day for men is harmful to your health. It actually is.
You mean on a regular basis or just in general?
On a regular basis, you know, like a daily thing, 1 more than, yes, I would say on a daily basis, they say more than one drink a day for women, more than 2 for men is harmful to your health. You know, if you're just talking about going out on the weekend and having, but see, binge drinking on the weekend isn't healthy for you either.
So you can't save up your drinks all week and then just blow it all Friday, Saturday night.
Nice try, Rick.
Darn it, I tried. Oh. I never drink more than 2 anyway.
You're serious. You've got to be kidding me, right?
I'm totally kidding.
Yes.
2 at a time.
2 at a time, the two-fisted drinker. But so, Rona, how do we get through the holidays then? I mean, it's like there's sweets everywhere. There's, booze everywhere we turn around. I mean, there's 3 Coronas in the office here right now with our names on it. I mean, how are we supposed to get through? How are we supposed to get through the holidays and still keep our fitness in check?
You take me with you, and
the conscience. Yeah.
Like, here's our guardian angel, Rona.
Yeah, I'm going to come over right now and get rid of... No, but here's
quick, hide the booze.
Yeah, right.
Sorry, go ahead.
First of all, this is the thing. Don't even try dieting during the holidays. The main thing really should be just to maintain your weight, because you know it's going to be sabotage if you try to diet. So the goal should be just get through the holidays and not gain weight. That's the first thing. But, since you brought up alcohol, alcoholic beverages have a lot of calories, depending on what you're drinking. Anywhere from, 100, 200 and up, depending on, what it is. And by the way, eggnog has like over 300 calories in a glass.
Yikes! What about the low-fat eggnog?
Well, that would be better. But so... keeping track, but the first thing is, say you're going to a party. A lot of people go, okay, I'm not going to eat all day, and then I'll just eat at the party. The problem is that when you don't eat all day, your metabolism slows, so you'll burn fewer calories by the end of the day. But the other thing is when you haven't eaten all day, you're more likely to way overeat at the party. So the thing really to do is, eat your normal meals, and actually before you say go to a party, eat something filling that's healthy, like maybe some fruit or a salad or some vegetables, fill up on some of the healthy stuff, then go to the party. And then, or wherever it is, maybe you're at a, family function. And then, you want to, a lot of people tend to eat really fast. You're all excited to see everybody, and eating slowly, savoring each bite, and really, giving your brain a chance to register that you're full. Because when you eat, so fast, you don't get that chance. You overeat because you eat so fast. So slowing it down, savoring it, and then smaller portions. Again, you don't want to I'm not going to eat this, I'm not going to eat that. You want to maybe taste different things, but, have them as taste. Maybe, 3 spoons or 3 forkfuls of each one. Just keep it smaller, portions. That's, part of it. And maybe going for a walk after the meal and keeping up your exercise that, you've been doing. So you don't...
Well, I think you're right about the snacking beforehand, but Rick and I were talking about this one day about pre-eating before we would go to parties, and then pre-eat, but then we still eat, and it's like the holidays kind of come in and they're like the calories don't count. And you're not really eating for nutrition. You're not really eating because you're hungry. You're eating because it's a party and it's festive and there's all those good little cookies calling your name. I mean, is it a mental game that we have to play?
For me, it is a mental thing because I just know that if I eat all that, I'm going to feel horrible for days. And I don't want to feel horrible, right? So it's a matter of going in with a game plan, knowing, what, I want to stay, I've been doing really well, I've been exercising and eating well, I want to keep staying healthy, and picture yourself as this healthy person, and go in and say, no, I'm going to limit it to, say, 2 cookies, I'm going to fill up on some of the healthier stuff, and really, it's a matter of discipline, but you don't want to deprive yourself of all the goodies either, but just smaller portions, and then, again, trying to still squeeze in your exercise so you can at least, exercise, burn off all these extra calories. But you want to remember
go ahead.
Say that again?
Go ahead, Rona. I'm sorry. I just lost you there for a minute.
Oh, I was saying, remember your goals. Go in. You don't want to undo all the good stuff that you've done, right?
That's true. That's true. And it's it's so much... like when you look at eating a donut or eating a cookie, and then you look at, like, I don't know about me, but like I'll watch on the treadmill, and I put my real weight in, and to try to get the number right.
What? I do too. I cover it and I put it on there.
Well, but it's like, it's like I'm on the treadmill. Like, I think, when I saw Rick and his brothers at the gym Friday night, I was on the treadmill. I did like an hour, 15 minutes of solid cardio. But each time it's like, 25 minutes, and it's like I burned 100 calories. That's like one Oreo.
Yeah. Right, but remember, it's not just about the calories. You want to stay healthy. So exercising outside of you only burned 100 calories, it's still really good for you. And when you go to the parties, try to emphasize eating the healthier foods and minimizing the unhealthy stuff.
I guess it just comes back to that moderation that Christy and I just really don't like.
We talk about it. We talk about it all the time, but we don't like it.
Hey, well, it's hard.
Let me ask you, when you guys, say go to a party or go to a get-together and you eat all that junk, how do you feel that day or the next day?
Great. I'm sorry. I'm not you, Rona. I don't feel like crap. Like when I have potatoes and potato chips and dip, I'm like happy as a little clam. I mean, it's true. Like if I eat a lot of, like when I was on my hamburger binging and I was going to Jack in the Box a lot, I didn't feel good. And that was true. And when I did clean up my act and start eating better, I did feel so much better. But a little bit of junk food it doesn't make me feel bad. I don't feel like I'm going to pay for it the next day like I do if I was like, had too much to drink.
Right. So again, moderation.
Yeah. I'm a guilty feeler.
Right, you feel guilty?
I always do. Yeah. If I eat something that I know is not good for me, I feel guilty no matter what it is. And kind of the way I would say it's not worth it, but I do it anyway. And then I feel guilty about it.
But not just guilty. Do you feel physically any worse or better? Or what?
I would say no. I mean, I don't go like, I feel tired or anything like that. I just, like, it's my mind that goes like, you shouldn't be having that. How many calories are in that? How much fat? And then something else takes over and eats it. And then I feel guilty about it.
Like,
I need therapy.
Well, I think, oh, honey, your bad knee and now your bad, like, psyche or whatever.
I know, this sucks.
Well, but it's like, I know if I eat too much bread, like when Rona's talking about being, like, I call it being, like, bread sick or bread drunk. Like, my body doesn't metabolize bread really well. So if I eat too much toast or too much bagel or too much bread, I start to feel sluggish, or maybe it's carb drunk or carb overload. If I have a lot of carbohydrates, I do feel sluggish, Rona, so there is something to be said about that. But it's usually because it's gone on for a week. I really don't feel it like the day after.
Okay. Yeah, so
listen, I'm sorry, I hate to cut you off because I was blabbing away, but we're about ready to go to break, and we're going to come back after the break with Rona Brynin and Frankie McConnel. We're going to finish up this quick segment. We're going to talk about some workout ideas to get us through the holidays. My name's Sandra Beck. I'm here with Christy Holly and Rick Swanson on Motherhood Talk Radio.
Mom, here's your show, Motherhood Talk Radio, giving you interesting, inspiring, and influential information as you navigate everything from childcare to corporate formation. This is Motherhood Talk Radio, and we'll be right back after these. It's time to capture the simple piece of the Amish in your own life. Amish Wisdom with Suzanne Woods Fisher. Thursday afternoons at 5, 4 Central. Each week, Suzanne will have conversations with guests about living a life that incorporates principles of the Amish without going Amish. She'll cover the practical, simplicity, slowing down, reducing clutter, putting the brakes on materialism. The historical, how have the Amish survived for 400 years? How can we hold on to what we hold dear? And the spiritual, treasuring important values, honoring the past, and increasing peace of mind. You don't have to become Amish to make personal peace a reality. Amish Wisdom will help all of us live a simpler life. For more information, go to SuzanneWoodsFisher.com. With Amish Wisdom, Suzanne offers us a glimpse into a world of peace, serenity, and total commitment to family and God. This show just might change the way you live your life. It's Amish Wisdom with Suzanne Woods Fisher. Thursday afternoons at 5, 4 Central on TogiNet.com. Cease and Me is on TogiNet, a delightful, thoughtful, serious, and not-so-serious call-in show with Cecil Murphy and Twyla Belk. Tuesday nights at 8, 7 Central on TogiNet.com. You know Cease is the veteran author from 90 Minutes in Heaven, Gifted Hands, When a Man You Loved Was Abused, and many other books, as well as a mentor for writers. And Twyla Belk is an effervescent force known as the Gotta Tell Somebody gal. She's also a writer and motivational speaker who's always bragging on God. For more on Cecil Murphy, go to his website, CecilMurphy, that's PHEY.com. And for Twyla, GottaTellSomebody.com. The show, Cease and Me, is a far-reaching, faith-based shared conversation and call-in show with questions welcome. A chance to get everything out in the open, from questions about writing to surviving sexual abuse to the topics of the day, all from a Christian worldview to help you. Cease and Me, Cecil Murphy, Twyla Belk, Tuesday evenings at 8, 7 Central on TogiNet.com. Welcome back to Motherhood Talk Radio, the most powerful voice in women's issues. For more information, check out the website, motherhoodtalkradio.com. Now, let's get back to the show with your hosts, Sandra Beck and Christy Holly.
Hey, mamas. We are here today at Motherhood Talk Radio. I'm Sandra Beck, and I have my crazy co-host who lost her mind along with her limb.
Yes.
But we are here today with our How to Survive the Holidays, because really, don't you think Thanksgiving kind of kicks off the holiday season?
Yes, it does. I mean, there's all kinds of crazy things that go on.
I mean, according to the retailers, I think, they start putting out the Thanksgiving and Christmas stuff like in October. But
or August.
Oh,
yeah.
Where did you go that they had Christmas stuff up in August?
They were starting to put stuff up at Costco. I kid you not.
Wow.
I'm not even kidding around.
That is crazy. Okay, August?
I'm not.
Just saying. That is a lot. So before we let Rona go, and I do want to thank Rona for this year, because I think all three of us, I know I'm looking at you guys, and I think you guys look a lot better. Rick is flexing for us right now. Yeah, he's patting his belly, sporting twins. Sorry, what?
Oh, no, you didn't.
Sorry, we know there's a six-pack under there somewhere.
I have one, too.
But I do look at you guys, and we have made some significant changes. I know I have. I've made a lot of changes this year in my nutrition and in my workout. And, Rona, I want to thank you, because I do actually, despite teasing you on the air, when I do create meals, and Rick and I had one of the meals I created today, and it was really good and healthy, and it had vegetables in it, a whole pile of them. But it's been a big difference that you've made in our lives, and I want to thank you for that.
I do, too. Thank you, Rona.
No, it's great. You guys have made some great changes. And make some new goals for the new year.
Okay, we could do that. So, Rona, before I let you go, I would like you to give your best piece of advice for our listeners today on how to get through the holiday season.
Okay, so I would just summarize what we're talking about. Remember your goals of staying healthy. Just don't, try not to diet, but just maintain your weight. Smaller portion sizes of all the little treats, and maybe, fill up before you go somewhere to eat with some healthy, fruits and vegetables. Something healthy, fill you up a little bit. That's what I would say.
I could do that.
That sounds reasonable and doable.
Because there's always, there's always carrots and celery. There's always usually a crudité, or a vegetable platter put out somewhere. I could probably mosey on down there and, snack a little bit there, and maybe, lay off, 9 cookies instead of 15. Because it's true, cookies during the holiday season especially, the frosted cookies that you make, Christy.
Oh, I know. They're yummy.
And they're works of art. They are the most beautiful things. We should put them up on the Internet, because the stuff you made at your kid's party, I must have eaten 40 of them.
Well, they are tasty. My sister is also one of the decorators, so she's
Well, they're not only taste good, but they're works of art. I mean, they really are works of art. They're almost sometimes, I mean, it didn't stop me, but they are kind of too beautiful to eat.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
So I would like to bring on our next guest, which is Frankie McConnel, and he's the owner of the local karate studio that Christy and I train and get injured at. Oh, he was the witness to the injury today.
Yes.
But you survived.
Yes, I'm alive.
You survived. And Frankie is really cool because last night we went and did this presentation to the Boy Scouts, and Frankie teaches Krav Maga, which is in his form of Israeli martial arts, and it's all about getting home safe. And he volunteered his time, his talent, and his efforts last night for the Boy Scouts and the Cub Scouts to learn some self-defense moves. He taught them how to punch, how to kick, I taught him how to yell, how to make a noise, and it was really fun. Frankie, I'm so glad you're here with us today.
Hey, Sandra. Hey, Christy, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
How's that knee?
It's getting better.
Okay, good.
Getting better. I'm okay.
Keep ice on it.
I will. I will, witness.
Yeah.
Sandra is my attacker. Yes. No, it's good. I'm good. I'll be back on Thursday.
Well, and, one of the things, Christy, we talked about earlier in the show was, when the karate studio was closed this week, how hard it is to work out, because we do, part of our routine is to meet each other and hang out, like, on Tuesdays and Thursday mornings because we work out together. And when the karate studio was closed, Frankie, we realized you had to go to Texas and see your family.
Yes.
But we were like, oh, my God, what do we do now?
I know.
So you did miss me.
No, I went to the gym.
I speak for myself. I didn't do anything.
Yeah. Seriously, I've got, I'm listening to Rona. I'm following my Rona advice. But, Frankie, what can we tell our moms, specifically our moms? We have so much to do. You see what your wife, Mandy, has to do with getting the house ready, getting the presents ready for the kids, all the obligations that we have, social obligations. How do we fit in workouts with everything we have to do?
Well, I got the simple solution, and all it's going to take is 4 minutes of your time. If you have 4 minutes, there's this workout that I can explain to you that you can do, and anybody can do it. And actually, it's proven. I'm going to give you the name of it here in a second. It's proven that it will burn more calories and more fat than a whole hour's worth of cardio.
What?
Yeah, and we do them in our class. We do them in our class at the end, just so I can top you guys off with a little more pain. And
love it.
They're called Tabatas, and it's spelled Tabata, and it was designed by a doctor. I think he was a doctor. His name was Izumi Tabata. He's from Japan, and I think it's back in '94. So people are paying thousands of dollars for workouts that are similar to the Tabata. And if you have an iPhone, you can actually download the Tabata app, which is 99 cents, and you can work out. So what it is interval workouts. You start, it's eight cycles. You pick an exercise like what we usually do at our dojo is squats or push-ups or some sort of high-intensity ab workout. So what you do is you pick your exercise. So you're doing squats. Timer goes off, beep. So you start. You do as many as you can do for that 20 seconds, okay? Then it stops again. So once it stops, when it beeps, you rest for 10 seconds, okay? So you rest for 10 seconds, and then it starts again. It does this for 8 cycles, all right? So then once the 8 cycles is over, by the time you get to the end, each 20-second cycle, you're doing as many as you can do. So, by the time it gets to cycle number 5, 6, 7, 8, you are burnt. And then you've only spent 4 minutes. 4 minutes is nothing.
Yeah, but Frankie, I'll tell you, there's been times that I'm in the bathtub and I'm trying to get up and I'm calling your name, not because of anything with Mandy, but I'm like, I'm sore, and it's from the Tabatas.
You can do a lot in 20 seconds.
I know. They get me sore, too. Every time I do them, I get sore, no matter what. The only way, you can break it up and do like half squats and half, do half of the cycle with squats, and then you can do half of the cycle with push-ups or something like that, and you won't get as sore. or you can break it up and you can do like squats for one cycle, push-ups for one cycle, and then some sort of crunches or something for the other cycle. Pull-ups are good too. We just don't have the chin-up bar here at the dojo. So.
Well, and there's not a lot of moms that have chin-up bars in their houses.
You can be real creative.
That what, Frankie?
You can be real creative with what you do. Like if you're too sore and you need the workout, you can break it up like that, and you can do 4 different things. It's a good warm-up or it's a good finish to your workout. So.
Well, and we do that, twice a week. And sometimes, Frankie, if I miss class or I, like on the weekend, if I can't get to the gym, it's true. It's like, and I have my little routine now where, you've trained me so well, with this, 4 minutes and, time on, time off. And the app, too. It's like, that Tabata app is really cool. And, you can just set your phone up, set it on, and then, I'll do those 4 minutes before I shower, before I go to bed, or I'll do those 4 minutes before I get in the tub. And it really does make a difference. It makes a difference in your butt. I mean, doing those squats for the 20 seconds. And what's fun is you don't need anything. You know what I mean? It's like you don't need barbells or dumbbells or, a medicine ball. You just need your butt.
Right, right.
It's good resistance.
It is. It's really good. And then, you can, there's some other things you can do, too. What our circuit warm-up that we do sometimes, I get these, we get those papers and we put them out. The kids call them the papers. One has sit-ups, or not sit-ups, we don't do sit-ups, so we do crunches or some sort of around-the-world thing. But one has lunges, and you can do 10 different stations, spend 30 seconds on each station, maybe make it like a 9 or 10-minute workout. You're not going to get real sore, but at least you're moving for 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's a hard workout.
Right. I mean, when you say 10 minutes, you kind of think 10 minutes, big deal. But it's you have us do a plank, which is you kind of balance on your elbows and your feet. And then you have us do calf raises, where you stand up and lift yourself up on your calves. And, when you do 10 different stations like that, I do them in a row, obviously, standing there in my bathroom because my bathroom area is a good workout place. But it's a good workout.
It is, yeah. Yeah. So
and what I like about it is you see results. That's the thing is you get results pretty quickly with these.
And you don't need any equipment, and you can do it at home anytime. It's awesome.
Right, and there's really no excuse. And the other thing, too, is I will have my kids do them with me. If Max and Zach are up and I'm doing my workout, it's they can do squats. It's Zach is 4 and Max is 7. They can do squats. They can do push-ups. They can do crunches. I mean, these are not things that are so foreign to kids that they can't do.
Yes, right.
So it's really kind of the no-excuse workout.
Well, I not to talk, the health clubs are good, right? But I used to work out with gyms. In fact, I owned a gym in East Texas for a long time, and I thought the whole idea for a workout was going up there and spending 2-3 hours. But I was single then, and I had all this time. And once I started getting into the martial arts, I realized I could actually do my workouts quicker. I could do a whole workout that had taken me back in the early 90s. It would take me 2 hours to do. I could do them in 45 minutes. So you don't need to spend a lot of time at the gym or anywhere to get a good workout.
That is so terrific. Frankie, I want to thank you for being our guest on Motherhood Talk Radio today. Those things are called Tabatas, Tabatas. There's a Tabata app for 99 cents. Get on the Internet, look it out. There's no excuse for not working out during the holiday season. I want to thank Rona Brynin for coming on and talking about the challenges of eating healthy during the holidays. And our thanks to Linda Kagan, who talked about the challenges of traveling with kids. And, of course, to my lovely co-host, Christy Holly.
Oh, thank you.
And Rick Swanson, and we're going to thank Carrie, and thanks you guys for another great show. We'll catch you next week.
Thank you for being a part of Motherhood Talk Radio with Sandra Beck and Christy Holly on TogiNet.com. Join us every Tuesday as we